Welcome to the episode of Believe in Falcons. I'm your host, Ovie Mike. We got Michael Turner. Again, Believe in Falcons presented by our wonderful sponsor, FanDuel. We're here scratching our heads, Mike. Scratching a little hair I got left. And wondering what the heck went down on Sunday Night Football. It's prime time. It's supposed to be the chance for us to get back and do what we do at prime time, which is to show out and show up and show off and all the shows. We didn't make Falcons fans or myself or probably you happy because we lost against a team we should have won.
We should have beat these guys. They had a lot of injuries. We're banged up too, but I know, we got to somehow get this show on the road, man. There's inconsistencies with this team, and that's what's the frustrating part about being a Falcons fan. Is like 1 week we're looking good, looking sharp, looking crisp. Next week we're looking like we don't know what we're doing. Yesterday, I think we look good at some moments, but not throughout the whole game. I don't know if that's coaching. I don't know if that's the players. I don't know what it is, Ovie. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. I don't think the lights were too bright. We're used to the big stage. So what's going on? Yeah. Why we didn't show up Sunday night?
Well, we didn't show up because we couldn't execute. We couldn't execute on both sides of the ball. We weren't. The blocking wasn't where it needs to be. Our quarterback was looking confused at times. I don't know if it was too loud in San Francisco. I don't know if the plays were coming in, but we just didn't look as smooth and as comfortable and as confident as we've looked in other primetime games. Defense had like 10 men on the field, 2 men on the field. We had false starts. We had dumb plays, clock mismanagement. We just weren't sharp. And Raheem had a oh, man, I had these coaches, Mike. When they come on there and they've lost the game and they get, I won't say a stupid question, but they get some of these like questions where you know the answer to that, I know the answer. You know that I know the answer to that. What do you – I have to ask like, hey, coach, what went wrong? Hey, coach, why'd you suck? Hey, coach, why are we 2 men on the field? Hey, coach, he's like so it was several things that went the wrong way, but I am going to start at one of the biggest names on our team, Michael Penix. There are people, Mike, not saying me or you, but there are people who are already starting to whisper, to murmur, to have some conversations about there's $100 million quarterback sitting on the sideline, and that guy led us to 6-2. Michael Penix has never led us to 6-2, but that guy has when he was healthy. If he's healthy right now, and Michael Penix is having, some decision-making, issues, like when he was within the boundaries and threw the ball at a crucial time, we're trying to score before halftime. Yeah, it's a rookie mistake. Not a rookie, but it's first year, rookie-ish type of year. But, man, these things keep on happening, and I personally want Penix to show up and show out, but these fans are great fans. Love your fans. Love our fans. But they also want to win badly. And for us being at a point now, we're 3-3, that Kirk Cousins shadow is always going to be there until Penix shuts them up.
Definitely that shadow is going to be there. And that was one of the questions leading into the season. Like, if we're going to go to Penix, why we still got Kirk Cousins on the sideline?
Why is he here? Why is he here? There's no chance for him. There's no chance to put him in, but why is he here?
Right. I don't know. It's a head scratcher, Ovie. Maybe because I don't know if the organization is like fully committed to Michael as far as right now at this stage of his career. Maybe there is a chance Kirk comes back. Because if we keep playing bad, what does it hurt us to play Kirk? Give him another run at it, because we got 2 more years left, like potentially.
We do. Well, we're so stuck in this Kirk Cousins situation. It's all why is he here? He's here because we couldn't offload his contract. He's here because he's a dang good quarterback. Right. And if, God forbid, forget playing bad, if Michael Penix gets hurt, that's one of the greatest backup quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Hence, he's a starter anywhere else. So I kind of understand and don't. If they don't want competition, then why is he here? Yeah, the money's part of it. But Michael Penix made enough bad decisions to where if money wasn't involved, Kirk would be in. If money wasn't involved, you'd give him a try. But it's about his confidence. It's about showing the team he's a leader. It's about not creating a quarterback controversy. Because once you create one, once you start that, Mike, you can't put that genie back in the box. And last game, it was too many inconsistencies in a starting franchise quarterback. And it's part of his growing up process. We can point to some other quarterbacks in the league that their first year, they weren't it. Their second year, they weren't it. And they become Hall of Fame quarterbacks. There's several. So saying that Michael Penix is not a Hall of Famer in his fourth, fifth game this season is no knock on him, but he's not there yet. He's still maturing.
I think every quarterback that has a different processing era with them when they become who they're gonna be. Like, all right, this is their peak. This is who this guy is. This is what we envision this guy to be. I think it's too early to determine that with Michael. Michael Penix. Like, man, because you see some bright spots in the kid, man. You definitely see some bright spots in the kid. I love the kid. I love his family. I love everything about his family and everything. But it's like then there's some head scratchers out there, and I think it's like he's not polished. That's what it is. He's not polished yet. So do we let him put him in the fire, let him until he becomes polished, or do we all right? Do we pull back a little bit? That's the balance, and that's the difficulty of you know what I'm saying, being a GM and head coach and everything. Like, because Raheem is not guaranteed to be able to see this kid through.
He need to win right now. Raheem need to win right now.
He need to win right now. It's like he need right. So it's like, why not? If my job's on the line, or if I feel like some pressure, like to start winning, I should be winning. When do I say, all right, Mike, step back, put Kirk in?
Ooh.
Just to, you know what I'm saying? We already had our bye week. We already had our bye week. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's gonna become a time here where we can't be like 6-6 and still thinking about what team are we gonna be this season. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be up there in the rankings this year. We're supposed to be competing for the NFC South this year.
Mike,
so
last week we were a playoff team. We were a playoff team last week.
Yeah. You know, that's the thing. Everybody was kissing our ass last week. Oh, we beat the Bills. And now, we beat the Bills. Oh, the Falcons are for real. We
were for real. The media was on our behinds. They were loving us. They was like, oh, the Falcons are so great. Oh, my God. Everyone was just like waxing poetic about how amazing. We were breaking down like all of Bijan's run. And they were amazing Monday. It was a great game. And it's just like, you talked about it. Like, you can keep your clothes on. You're not going streaking. Like, no streaking for Mike, no streaking for Ovie. We're not going streaking because we couldn't do a streak. 2 games.
That's not a streak. Right.
And we got to put together consistent wins. And here's the thing, Mike, is the blame going to go on our offensive coordinator, Zach Robinson? Because everyone was saying that Robert Saleh, that he outmatched Zach Robinson. Because that defensive that he had, they were coming at Michael Penix all day with the twists and the stunts and getting hit. And I think 71, Elijah, whoever was the backup for our right tackle, one of our tackles was getting
Wilkinson.
Wilkinson. He was getting talked about on TV, and you can see why he couldn't. Backups for a reason, and some backups rise to the level of the previous starter, like you did, like I did. But some backups were backups for a reason, and he could not handle the rush. Every other time they were zooming in on him, talking about him barely holding to his guy, holding penalties, and so Penix, with the great schemes from Robert, and I don't know, the inability to counter that by Zach, Penix was always on guard. He was looking left and right. He didn't feel or look comfortable. And as an OC, you got to give him an escape hatch or scheme up something to where you can match all the looks and all the things that are being thrown at you. At a certain point, it's out of your hand as a quarterback.
You know, I mean, maybe some of the route combination you can question, like some things like those long drawn out plays, no quick dump off to a running back here and there, the check downs, whatever. But is that Zach Robinson play caller, or is that Michael Penix not processing plays correctly? You know what I'm saying? Trusting what he sees and going with it, because he hasn't been late on check downs this year. That's what caused the one interception against Carolina. He was late on check down. The guy picked it off, ran it back for a pick 6. So it's like, is he processing too slow? We don't know. But again, like, we got to not be in those positions where it's like 3rd and 8, 39, whatever. That means we got to get more production in the run game on 1st and 2nd down.
Bijan Robinson, 2.9 yards a carry, Mike. 2.9 yards a carry.
That's not going to cut. That's not going to cut it. That's what I'm saying. And I think sometimes we depending on Bijan too much to do everything.
Way too much. Way too much.
We need the other guys. We need to get the other guys involved. You know what I'm saying? Get the Drakes involved. Kyle Pitts had like 7 catches yesterday, or whatever, 7+ catches. So yeah, but it was like short, nothing deep, and you know what I'm saying? Like nothing significant. But it was some good catches.
It was season high for Kyle Pitts. It's the most he's had all season. So Kyle is
it's like a rhythm thing. It's like a rhythm thing. Get him going. But like, we need to trust other guys more. Who else is going to step up besides Bijan? We can't just depend on him to have over 200 yards total offense every game for us to win. That's not going to cut it. That's not winning football.
No, you're right, Mike. Speaking of Bijan, the guy that Bijan trained with in the offseason, he gave our defense fits. Christian McCaffrey put on a clinic. And it's almost like he said, hey, little bro, this is how you do it. I saw you on Monday night. That's cool. Mm-hmm. Let me raise it up one bit. Because Christian McCaffrey, I was like, yo, all I can think about is, Stone Cold Steve Austin. What was that show? Like, this is how a white man runs the football.
Oh, no, that was a movie. That was The Longest Yard.
Yeah, Longest Yard. It's Cam Scatterbo and Christian McCaffrey. This is how a white man runs the football. Because white boys don't run like Christian McCaffrey does. And he is, I'm just confused. I'm like, are you sure he's white? I don't know how he does it. He looks like Bijan. He was out there doing Bijan things. It pained me that Divine Diablo got hurt, because it showed you just how good he is. JD Bertrand, his backup, was getting abused. And I don't like to talk about people like directly. I'm sure he's a great person, but the facts are the facts. The one thing that people come to our podcast for is because we played the game and we can call a spade of a spade. You can't rewind the film or see in every slow motion where you're getting up to, and I know he's Christian McCaffrey, but you're getting up to the tackle and you're just missing tackles and getting stiff armed in the face. It happens 1 or 2 times, but to be pointed out multiple times and the announcers are calling it out to the whole world, you're like, you got to get better. So we have to work on the fundamentals, the tackling, the being in the right position, not letting Christian McCaffrey run wild. And our defense, which has been great all season. In fact, we were ranked number 1. I don't know if that was total or overall or whatever, but we were ranked number 1. I saw it several times across all social media, and I was very proud of that because our defense has never been that high. But run defense has been our weakness, and they exploited that weakness during this last game.
How can you? Because you know what? Because all the talk's been about our pass rush, and how can you neutralize the pass rush? Run the football down your throat. Ooh. Make sure we're not in 3rd and long. Make sure it's like 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1. You know what I'm saying? Keeping drives alive. But on top of that, Christian McCaffrey was averaging over 5 yards a carry.
Whoa.
Right. You know what I'm saying? We haven't, you know what I'm saying? We've been stout against the run, but we haven't played anybody as special as Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
This year. And not only Christian McCaffrey, that San Francisco O-line is amazing too.
Some dogs.
Leading with Trent Williams on left tackle. He's special leading that group, and they knew we're gonna pound the football, we're gonna pound the rock, we're gonna show you the San Francisco way. And one of the guys in the post game interview, said San Francisco went old school. They went to 22 personnel and 21 personnel. And hold on. Oh, I was like, damn, that's old school now,
right? Wait. We old?
We
praying that much?
Oh, is that?
Wait, the personnel is old school, and this is why I
21 is old school now. 21 is old school. That was like the basic. That was the basic offense.
It's not old school. That's football. That's how it's supposed to be football. It's supposed to play a smash mouth, power eye, down your throat, not all this cutesy, artsy, fartsy 5 wide receivers, and let's run the fullback outside, and then let's go run some slants and hitches and digs. And I want to just line up. You know where we're going. We know where we're going, and just run the ball. And they went old school very well against our defense. I've talked, in a big way or a great way about some of our interior linemen that have replaced Grady Jarrett, because Grady Jarrett, undersized, but he plugged up that hole really well. He was great at getting to the quarterback and great to help us on the run defense side. And we've had some guys that come in there that have been really getting to the quarterback, but our run defense has not been the same since we lost Big Grady. We got to find a way to fix that, because you mentioned it before. It's on film. It is known. Everything that happened to us, the Panthers game, I got to go back and see the stats. I don't know if we got ran through the way we did today. I don't think so, because Christian McCaffrey wasn't on the Panthers, but they saw that formula and they were able to just hit us at our weak points. And our weak points, one of our weakest points, is getting run through.
Get run through, and know what that helps? Keeping our offense off the field. You know what I'm saying? So that's why our offense could not get a rhythm. Bijan didn't have that many touches or whatever, because we wasn't on the field. They controlled the clock. They was just ramming it down our throats, running the football here and there, keeping drives alive. And you know what I'm saying, we had some mistakes coaching wise that we can talk about, time management, like how we dealt with that before the half. And then late in the ball game too, we missing guys on defense, had too many men on the field one time. And then on a crucial third down, we don't have enough men on the field. And our linebackers are stuck between guarding two guys, between Kittles and Christian McCaffrey. So that's a lose-lose situation. That's first down. That's automatic first down.
That's embarrassing, Mike. High school quarterbacks harp on that to make sure that you have at least the right amount of people on the field. They are serious about it. College, it's cutthroat. You mess up, you out. I don't care if you're a starter. I don't care. Hey, you ain't playing for a game. You can't have guys in there who ain't gonna do it. But on the pro level, it should never happen. It's like only happen once a season. It should never happen. Literally, unless somebody is injured or limping, or there's a sniper up there, you should never have miscommunication with NFL teams and NFL players and professionals being paid millions of dollars. And so for it to happen not once but twice in the same game, it's just a bad look for the team. They got to find a way to get back on track.
Okay, but I would say, were there any bright spots coming out of Sunday night? I can't think of any.
So Zach Harrison. He's not a name we talk about enough, but he had 2 tackles for losses, 1 sack, and gave us some defensive bright spots. Kyle Pitts, defensive bright spots. It's not a bright spot. Special teams. Special teams wasn't a bright spot when I feel like we were forced to have to go for it on 4th down because we were unsure about our kicker. Like I can feel the conversation happening to where like, our kicker doesn't give us enough, like good feeling for us to go. It wasn't like out of his range. It was like a 45-yard or something. But
it's around like 50. When other teams are going for 60 yards, 65-yarders, whatever, they're not even thinking about it. Not thinking twice. We're thinking about a 50-yarder. Like, can we get this?
We out here shaking in our boots, shaking and quaking in our boots about a 50-yarder. When if Matt Bryant was here, if Morton Anderson was here, if somebody back when Young Wei Koo was Young Koo, prime
You're right,
we felt good about a 50, even a 53-yarder. We line them up, bring them out. Why would we go for this on 4th and a long one when we got Killer Koo? But now we're in a spot where it's changing the way we play the game. And Mike, that's not good for a team that has playoff aspirations. Imagine us losing a playoff game, or losing a chance to go to that next level, that much closer to the Super Bowl. And we're worried about our kicking situation. We have no faith in our kicker. It's a horrible position to be in, and we're in that position right now.
That's what I'm saying. They changed the ball game. That's a momentum shift. You know what I'm saying? We're like, all right, we kick a field goal. All right, we still in it. Or then like we go for it and we don't make it. That's a big momentum change for the other team. And we on the road. You know what I'm saying? We on the road. We can't harp on that enough. Like every point counts. Every moment matters. Like being on the road Sunday night primetime against a team that's been to the Super Bowl twice in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Everybody's been praising us all week as far as like, oh, we for real, we're this and we're that. Everybody's amazing, but you know what I'm saying? But we get tight in clutch situations. That's not showing that we're ready to be in the playoffs. It's not showing that we're ready to be in the playoffs.
I'm just tired. I'm tired, especially with the whole Jamal Agnew. He muffed the punt, but then he had a great one past the 50. You know, we were able to get a great special teams play where we got it inside like the 10-yard line. You know, we're up and down inconsistencies throughout the whole team. But you know what is consistent, Mike? What consistently does happen is and coaching. Yeah, that too. So inconsistency throughout the whole team. One of the things I say all the time, because he said it all the time. In Baltimore, Ray used to talk about, I don't care that you played great last week. I don't care that you played great in practice, 2 weeks ago or last month, last year. He's like, excellence is a standard for me. Excellence is a standard for this team. He always talked about that being a standard every day. You know why Peyton Manning, Tom Brady are Hall of Famers? Because when they stepped out there, you knew it's going to be the same thing every time. They're absolute best, and they will give you results. Not, we hope or we tried or next time. None of that BS. And so what is consistent, Mike, is that people are trying to get into your pocketbook, your wallet. They want to get Michael Turner's information. They want to see how they can find a way to be Michael Turner, because a lot of people want to be you, especially with that money you got. And so I think there's an organization that's going to help with that. Mike, you want to introduce that?
Yeah, so it's called Delete Me. Delete Me makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time where surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable. So like, you know what I'm saying? So, Ovie, what you got to say about that? What you like about that? What's the talking points of data brokers?
It's the data brokers, Michael. Those data brokers, they are in the black web, the dark web. I don't think it got to be a black web. Why is it a white web? But the black web, the dark web, they're trying to get all the information. They're going to do phishing, harassing attempts. They're going to try to get the details. And so identity theft happens all the time. And the last thing you want it to happen to is to you. So Delete Me, they have some of the greatest services out there to remove your data from the dark web.
Right. And they have a special offer for our listeners. Take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me. Now there's a special discount for our listeners. Get 20% off the Delete Me plan when you join deleteme.com/PRO and use the code PRO at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to join deleteme.com/PRO and enter the code PRO at checkout. That's join deleteme.com/PRO, code PRO.
Pro. Yeah, so Delete Me will help them out. Hopefully, we can find a way to help ourselves out. We got another game coming up against the Dolphins. The Dolphins are terrible. As bad as we were, Dolphins are terrible. We're what 8.5 points favorites?
Right now on FanDuel, we're 8.5 points favorites at home against the Dolphins. That was a struggling Dolphins team that we thought we were struggling, but that team is struggling. I don't know, and I don't want them to find an answer against us this week, because that's the thing. We was highly favorites against Carolina.
We were,
and we laid the egg. So I mean, we need a bounce back game this week. This is the perfect team to have a bounce back game against. Hopefully, we don't fall for the trap and trying to look ahead down the schedule. We got to handle our business at home and get back on the right track.
Yeah, banana in the tailpipe. Like, don't worry about this. It should be an easy game. They lost to the Browns, and the Browns aren't even trying to win. So the fact that the Miami Dolphins lost to the Browns and they benched Tua, like, I'm curious to see who they're going to play at quarterback. We'll talk about it in our preview show later on this week. But it's just like right now we got to – I call this a must-win, because if you can't beat the Dolphins,
you want to go
to playoffs, this is a must-win, because we're number 3. We're 3rd in our division. Somehow the horrible Panthers are 4-3. We're 3-3, and the Panthers beat us.
Yeah,
it's just a bad situation, Mike. And
that's I think, but all the media saying we for real. We this and we that though. You know what I'm saying? We third, we end up third in our division.
You were a hot stuff last week. You couldn't tell us anything. So I think what FanDuel has this as they think it's gonna be a high scoring game. 48 points,
45 and a half. So not too much high scoring. They're expecting like a 24-21 or us just beating them 35-7, something like that.
As long as we have more than 10 points.
I hope it's like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not no nail bite at the end. I guess NFL team, but you know what I'm saying. But it's any given Sunday, like we know. we know we got to show up week in, week out. We can't just be loafing around, man. We got to take advantage of the opportunities that we got.
No, we do have to, and as we head out of here, it's something to where we just have to realize that we're tired. We're tired of being the Falcons who are going to Falcon. We're tired of getting our fans really excited just to let them down. Mohamed Sanu and myself, before the Falcons 49ers game, we did a autograph signing where fans had to talk with Dave Archer before just about the 49ers game, and we were both so excited. We were both so positive. We both talked greatness into our team for them to make us look foolish with our words. But the coolest part was that we had about a minute and a half with about 15 fans signing a virtual autograph. And those 15 fans I could see in their eyes, like there was like twinkling in their eyes to where they're like, could this be the year? Could this be the time? And they're like, what do you think, Mr. Mahaley? You think this year we're really going to do it? Like, oh, gee, Wilkers, I think we're going to be a winner this day. They were so happy. And I feel for them. I signed my autograph. I said, thanks, God bless. Thank you for your support. This is our year. And to have that happen, it's why Falcons fans, have to take a lot of medicine, a lot of medications, because or adult beverages, because it's a very difficult thing to put your all to a team and have us go up, go down, go up, go down. I'm tired of it. I'm sure they're tired of it. Let's get back on the right track with a Dolphin team that's begging to be beaten, begging to be beaten.
Right. So yeah, we got to take care of business at home, man. Like you said, I'm fed up. I'm fed up with this team. The ups and downs. We can't put 3 wins together in a row. Like I don't know. I don't know who we are yet. I don't know. We can stick with Michael Penix for like a couple more weeks, then try to put Kirk Cousins in. You know what I'm saying? We got to end all these talks. You know what I'm saying? People got to show up and play football week in and week out. It can't be just Bijan, and we can't depend on the defense to play outstanding every week for us to be winning. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we gotta answer the call when the offense goes down and score. Can we go down and score too? But right now we haven't been looking good in 2-minute situations and things like that.
Yeah.
We kind of be looking like front runners sometimes now. Like as far as this year, like the offense running wild. You know what I'm saying? Going great when we're leading. Can we come from behind? Can we come from behind? Can we do things like that? That's the growing pains of having a fresh new quarterback too, though. So we'll see how it goes, man. But Falcons fans, y'all stay tuned. Still believe. I still believe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We hang. It
don't sound like you believe, Mike. It don't sound like you believe.
I know. I did all that. It don't sound like I still believe. I'm trusting the process. And I said, but I've been saying we haven't been playing our best football. Yeah, I've been looking good, but we haven't played our best football yet. So I'm still looking forward to that game where we're like, all right, we put it all together and let's keep it rolling consistently week in and week out.
Yeah, you're right. We played backups. We played Joey Bosa wasn't there. Fred wasn't there. They had so many players who weren't there, and we still couldn't win. So it's disheartening. But like Michael Turner said, my illustrious teammate, we believe. You guys got to believe. We're going to get better because we have to get better. We're too good, too much potential to have this type of performance. So I know Raheem is not happy. And one thing he can do is coach. He's going to get those guys together. And we'll see what happens. So y'all look out for our preview show versus the Miami Dolphins. We're going to kind of dig into it a little deeper and get you guys something to get excited about because we're winning this game. We're beating this team. It's going to happen. You mark it. If we don't, then we'll figure out what's going to happen.
Find Ovie.
Yeah, come find me. But you can't find me. You don't know where I live. Anyways, y'all believe in Falcons. We'll talk to y'all soon. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, give us some love.